Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome back to our Civ 4 Let's Play Rise of Mankind as Egypt. That is a long, long title. Welcome to turn 1. Now, we've already placed our city Thebes. We've got some nice food resources here, and we're about to end our turn, but first what we have to do is set our research. And as I mentioned in the introduction video, the research tree is incredibly different. And a lot of the sort of basic stuff we haven't researched yet. They really have thrown us back quite far in the past. It's sort of the real rise of mankind. So that's what we're going to look at here. Now, we have to figure out what we want to research first. Now, I would really, really like to go down the religious branch a little bit and get a religion. But if a close neighbor gets a religion, I don't mind just taking his. The very important thing, though, is just that we have one. And on the off chance that we're on a smaller continent with not very many civilizations, and no one here spawns a religion, that would upset me greatly. But I think for the immediate concern is to make sure that it can. Well, I guess I've got agriculture, so I'll be able to farm these two resources. That's great. I would also like to reveal more resources. Either perhaps I've got some within Thebes, but also it'll show me where to expand to. I guess also scouts would be really nice. So I'm going to start with hunting, which will reveal cows, deer, and pigs, and also let us build a camp, which actually won't let us take advantage of those. We will have to research animal husbandry for pastures if we do have some. But it will unlock the scout, which is very good. So we will research down that route and hit enter. Warrior 1 from Thebes. Where are we going to send you? I suppose I'm going to send you northwest. We'll explore the jungle land here. Be careful, there may be many dangers. And it looks like this is actually going to be a bit of a blocked off peninsula. It does connect back to the mainland here, but a mountain will make it impossible to travel that way. So this is mostly a dead end. That being said, it would not be a horrible place to stick a city right on this hill here. It would get a lot of water, and it would get the wheat here, and it might be a good candidate for any water-based wonders, which I don't know if there are still the Moai statues in this mod or not, but we'll find out. And we're going to send you back this way, I suppose. I'm going to start a worker first in Thebes. That way I can start building farms ASAP. Very good idea in Civ 4, usually to start with a worker first. There is an argument for maybe a scout or another warrior first, but I really like worker first, generally speaking. And we found some wolves here, or a single wolf, actually. One of the things this mod does is change the animals considerably. Well, there are a pair of them here, it looks like, but it's just listed as wolf. But I know for things like lions, you can find lion, cave lion, pack of lions, which become progressively more powerful and hard to defeat. So we'll send our warrior up to the hill. We should be able to take the brunt of these wild wolves and not be killed. Excellent. Defends that easily without even taking a scratch. And we're going to continue up this way, and we'll grab that tribal village momentarily. Let's pop this. We've explored.
Give a man a fish, and you feed him.
And we've gotten a free technology. Let me tell you, I didn't get this in any of my test games. I don't know what it is about doing a video for YouTube, but apparently you get the craziest luck. So we get fishing for free. Fishing reveals clam and pearls, and of course lets us build fishing boats. It also allows us to build the fisherman's hut, which gives our water tiles +1 food. Very nice. If I turn on yields here, you can see ocean tiles actually already give us 2 food, and lake tiles give us 3. So if I drop a city here, drop that, like that city is actually going to grow quite effectively. Wow, very good. And here we've got a cave lion over here. So we've got to watch their strength 3, much more powerful than my warriors. So we're going to head north, away from the lions. Scouts might have a better chance against them.
If you chase 2 rabbits, you will lose them both.
Right, so we've discovered hunting. And let us see. Let's just click on one for now. We'll make a better technology pick in a moment. We've actually got some wild cows just outside of Thebes. And Thebes, our culture radius will expand soon, and then we will be able to pasture them. So I think we are going to go right to animal husbandry and to be able to take advantage of those cows. And you keep heading north. Potatoes! More food items that are new from this mod. The borders of Thebes are about to expand, and they do. And I think we're going to expand this little corner here. That way we'll have it completely cleared and we'll be able to forget about it and move elsewhere. And move on top of this hill. Okay. And we'll just see if we... Hopefully we can loop around this mountain. We may not be able to. I think... Yeah, we can. There's territory there. What do we have here? Some pearls. Excellent. And perhaps I should actually go all the way to the... all the way to the end of the peninsula here. There's actually a village. Yeah, okay, then I definitely will. But just to reveal the terrain, and look, oh, Pack of Lions has shown up over there. Packs are very, very dangerous. Actually, no. Packs are only 2 strength. The cave lions were 3, so apparently the cave lions are much, much more dangerous. How about that? Thebes still producing a worker. Of course, not growing. But one argument there... Oh, that's great. We'll talk about that in a second. One argument with starting your worker right away in the city size one, obviously you want your city to grow as quickly as possible. On the other hand, if the city grows, it's not going to be working any improved tile, so there's not as much value of growing population right now. So that's part of the reason that getting the worker first is great. And then of course you get the improvements that much quicker, and then when your city does grow, it's going to be working some very good tiles. Now, up here, our tribal village, apparently they gave us a scout, which is just wonderful. And I think, I'm trying to think actually. Well, I suppose we will send the scout this way, and I'm actually going to bring the warrior a little closer to home. Now, one of the rules of Civ 4 is that nothing will spawn. Barbarians and wild units, which are also count as barbarians, will not spawn where you have vision. So if I set up a ring of warriors around my territory, I don't have to worry about anything walking right into my cities. But it's probably a little early for that. We will send him just down here. He'll explore maybe more eastward while the scout scouts the north. And then hopefully we'll get another scout, which I think is what I'm going to work on next in Thebes, to scout southwards. And yes, that's what I'm going to start on. It's a little too early for a settler, but very, very soon we'll want one. So, the rice seems like the best thing to start with, because this has a base of 3 food, and it'll get +1 with a farm, but it'll actually get an extra +1 because it's next to water. On the other hand, or it's next to fresh water, so it'll actually become a 5 food tile. On the other hand, this would become a 4 food, 1 hammer tile, which is actually better. And eventually, if we ever get irrigation down here, then it'll be a 5 food, 1 hammer. Okay. The hammer is pretty good. A little extra production early on. Will grow slightly slower, but I think that's okay. Scouts. The scout is scouting. Yes, build me a farm. We're not going to worry about a road yet. Actually, it's not even a road. It is simply a dirt path is the only thing we would be building right now. It allows you to connect resources, but does not give you a speed boost. We have to research up to get better and better roads, and they do cost various maintenance. Would actually like to pop that hut with my scout because it has a better chance of getting something positive. That's probably worthwhile doing. And ideally, he's going to be encroaching. He's kind of encroaching on the warrior's territory, but that'll be alright. We'll go that way. And we have met someone! We have met Dagon, chief of the Iroquois tribe. A good chief does not take, he gives. Are you a good chief, Quill 18? There shall be peace in our time. Unfortunately, we lack the technology to... Oh, that's interesting. Nice music. We lack the technology to do anything more diplomatically. And apparently, we've started poorly. We made a poor first impression, and we have close borders. We'll see if that adjusts itself next turn, because it doesn't quite make sense, actually. Ah, they've popped the goody hut. And we're actually at a risk of some cave lions eating my scout. So just fortify here. And you... actually head to this hill. Now, why are you so mean? Why are you so upset with me? You don't actually have close borders. You must be maybe very militaristic. That's entirely possible. Okay, scout survived. We'll just have him heal before we automate. Yeah, they still are not particularly keen with me. Well, hopefully we can improve our relationship. I would hate our first neighbor to be so warlike, but I suppose that's it. when you venture this wild world beyond your borders. Like, this is our first settlement. Look at this nice little huts here. Very cool looking. They look like Egyptian buildings, like the ancient Egyptian ones. That, at least the ones I see in all the video games. I have no idea if that's realistic or not, but this is going to be another good spot. With the river, the floodplain, the rice, definitely a candidate for settling. Hopefully it'll have some resources. Okay, you are going to move up to here. And then here. We haven't even seen the Iroquois city yet. Actually, I didn't really want to send him south, but okay, the warrior will keep going south, and then the new scout will go east. Kemetism has been founded in a distant land, so there are many, many new religions now. One of which is Kemetism, which actually I know nothing about. So that'll be curious. So we've already lost one potential early religion, but I think discovering the texts we've chosen to research are still pretty smart. So I'm not unhappy there. We've got a tribal village on an island over there. We're not going to be able to get that anytime soon. With some crabs and everything. Certainly not a bad place to settle. Elephants! Excellent. Sure, we could put them to good use at some point. Dyes, more river. Rivers are good, generally speaking. Where are the Iroquois? Well, the scout's there, but that's not exactly what I was asking. Okay, we'll go to the... Oh! I can't do the cows yet. I can reveal them, but I actually can't build a pasture yet. These are still wild cows, prone to trampling people who walk through their territory. My worker better be careful. Ooh! And what is that? A single lion? Barbarian cave lion. Alright, the scout completes, and I've not yet grown in size. We could build a workboat to do some coastal scouting. Could throw in a second worker, but I think that's a little early for that. Perhaps a warrior, ready to escort my my settler whenever he gets done. So the scout we're going to send over here. Okay, yeah, you come over here. You're going to build a farm there. And should I loop this guy back, perhaps? Actually, that's not a bad idea. You are going to go more like... You're going to come here. And you're going to come here. Yeah. Shrimp! Fish! Sugar! Yeah, there's some great lands. I think where our city is pretty good. Now, I'm going to take an aside and talk about revolutions in this game. It's really interesting. Basically, I mean, this is what happened all the time. These empires grew, and then there were revolutions, and then they split apart, and then the factions either went to war or coexisted, and they each tried to expand, and sometimes they collapsed and fell apart. Well, revolutions sort of do that. There's an inherent instability in your empire. There's instability at national level and also at a city-by-city basis, which you can see from this revolution screen. Now, right now, Thebes' revolt status, very good. Not going to revolt. Trend is flat. It's not getting any worse, not getting any better, but it's not. They can't get any better. Here's the empire stability. The good part is that our empire is only medium. It's not a large empire. The larger, the worse. The bad is that our civics, we include chiefdom, junta, and survival. And let's take a look at the civics very quickly, which has changed considerably. Here are the different forms of government. Many options. And chiefdom inherently is unstable. So you get a big penalty for each city. Your power is right now is junta. Again, very unstable based on the number of cities. Our society is tribal. Our economy is a barter-based economy. Our religion is simply folklore. Our welfare is survival, just pure survival. And future choices, which we'll get to much later, obviously. So this cannot handle a very large civilization. And what I found out in one of my test games is I got first of all, my initial city was crap, actually. And then I expanded to two really good spots, like maybe this far away. Well, that distance combined with the size of my empire for my civics caused there to be somewhat of a revolution in these two cities over here, and they jointly wanted to leave my empire. Sometimes you only get one city, but these two cities are very close to each other, very far from here, and had a few other traits which caused them to want to break off. And the first time it comes up, you can sort of turn them down initially and say, no, we'll work on it to make it better. But if it comes up again and you refuse, then they go to war with you. But you can also just say yes, and then they peacefully break off, and then it's not the end of the world. And with this, I took actually a third option, which was let them break off and then take control of this civilization and leave my other one behind. So I started playing the good civ, the one that had a great city, and I left my old civilization, became an AI-driven civ. And we actually had a good relationship. They expanded in their own direction, I expanded my own, and it was very, very cool. And I love that. That's so much depth they've added. Alright, let's get this farm underway. We'll build the farm, then we'll go ahead and make a path to connect it to Thebes, just to get the health resource. And you are definitely going to heal before you continue moving around. And you are going to come to over here, probably. Next turn. And next turn some more. Ooh, lion. It's okay. More lions. Single lion. Very weak. I'm not particularly threatened by them. I will just wait here on top of this hill. Scout is done. Good. Move up here. Clear out these areas that we missed. This scout... Oh, that's kind of awkward with that lake here. But you are going to go here and then continue sort of downward. This line should be no problem, especially since we're on a hill. Although, we're taking considerable damage here. Oof. Jeez. One of the stats you see here, whenever you win a war, or a battle, you can gain or lose influence, basically. If you lose a battle, you will lose influence. If you win, I think you gain. I'm thinking maybe my influence is capped right now, or you need other stuff to gain influence. Or maybe it's because I'm fighting barbarian units, which don't count for anything. I don't gain influence, but if I were to destroy Iroquois units, then I would get some influence that way, and I have no idea what that does yet. But I'm very intrigued at the concept. I can go here, but then I would be at risk of being eaten by cheetahs. So I think I'm just going to wait in the forest for a turn. Just to get that bonus. There we are. Easily take them out, take no damage. Ooh, grapes! Another new resources. Actually, grapes, cows, corn, what a great little spot, right next to a lake and everything. Wonderful. And you actually will heal. And you will walk in this direction. Oh, wow, another perfect place for a city. My gosh. We're definitely going to want to start expanding soon enough. Okay, that was good. We'll go here, clear this up. But of course, the pace is rather slow because we are playing marathon. So even though we've explored a huge area, we haven't even grown our population yet. Very slow paced game. Let's keep along the coast. And we'll go here and this way. So animal husbandry is about to finish. Uh-oh! Now these panthers are attacking us across the river, which helps. We're on flat land, and we lose a scout.
Blessed shall be the fruit
I go researched annual husbandry, which allows us to build war dogs. Oh, well, we need military training and either copper, iron, or obsidian. It also unlocks several buildings: the butchery, a tannery, and the national courier system, which is a national wonder. And so this will enable better communication all across your empire. Gives you better great person birth rate, better great general emergence. It decreases the anarchy length of your empire. So when you're changing your civics, not that that'll affect us much. Gives us 10% more defense in every city, and depending on our civics or technology, we get more happiness. Actually, we still need writing for this. My bad. A lot of these also need additional technologies. Now that I think about it. But it will show us horses, and it will allow us to build pastures. Let's see the big picture. What's the next technology? So, that's probably a pretty good base of just like starting city technologies. I mean, we've got food taken care of. That is so basic. Once you've got basic survival taken care of, what did people turn towards? Religion. So I think it's time for us to look that way, and we will probably, well, stone tools maybe. Stone, obsidian, jungle camps. What does jungle camp do? I don't even know. +1 food. Oh, so it's like a farm you build on jungle? That's interesting. Huh. Okay. No, you know what? We're going to go straight... stone tools. It sounds like we need it, doesn't it? It just seems to make so much sense. Now, this religion's already been discovered. Polytheism hasn't, I believe. There's still a lot of things. If we do want a religion to ourselves, I suppose we should actually just start down that path. Let me... Oh, I can't. Double check. Oops, not that one. Not that one. This one. Yeah, okay. Then we will try to see if we can grab a religion. So, we're going to start with ritualism, and then I suppose actually mysticism is going to be next. And that gives us a couple of options. Alright, Scout, you... Oh, we've discovered horses near Thebes. Look at that, actually. Thebes is in a terrific location. Lots of great resources. Alright. Okay, we still... I want the population to grow by 1 before I build something else that will slow my population. Because there's no point, like, right now it's working 1 great tile. And I want it to grow in order to work a 2nd great tile. If I freeze it now, then rice is going to be done before the population grows, and it's not going to be worthwhile. Another scout, perhaps? I got enough scouts. We'll get some warriors, and we'll use them for fog busting. We'll probably stick one, say, right here. It's a little early yet for barbarians, but what the hell? What else are we going to do with our time? And you... There we are. Trying to get full coverage here. More horses. Yay! And pigs. Most powerful civilization in the world. I am number 7, which actually I think is about middle of the pack. I'm actually more powerful than the Iroquois, so that's a good sign. Because there are 13 civilizations out there, remember. They're not all listed on that chart. And it looks like we found where the Iroquois live. So they're not very close at all, actually. So the lion's going to try to attack across the river into the jungle against scouts, who get a huge bonus against them. Still managed to kill one of my scouts. Not much. Not much damage, so that was okay. Our close borders spark tension. Why would you think that? Not true at all. Just because we share a continent? We're the only people here? Yeah, I'm going to park him here, just so he's doing fog busting over here. A big area, things can't spawn in. Things could spawn in here, and if they do, they're lucky. They should attack my warrior before they come to my city. So, I'm a little protected. Oh, a lot of damage there from the Panthers, which are smart enough to get to the other side of the river before attacking. Okay, we're definitely going to rest here. Move around a little. Still no other neighbors. If it's just me and the Iroquois, we'll definitely want to get our own religion. A plague of locusts have swarmed over a plantation near Thebes, destroying all the crops there. The farm is destroyed. God damn it! That is not what I need right now. That is going to slow down everything so much. My growth, my production. Okay, well, we've switched over to the bread here. Well, the rice. I suppose maybe improving the rice first would have made more sense, because then the city would grow faster. Because apparently I didn't need as much production as I did, but I misjudged exactly how long it would take to actually grow. Didn't realize I would spam out this many units in the meantime. Alright. Let's go and get the cows. Alright, size 2, good. Finish the warrior, because we're going to be escorting the settler with that. And then afterwards we will probably go and, yeah, build our settler. Grab a hut. get what from the hut? How come it's not logging all the events in here, actually? That's weird. Did I get gold? No. Oh, I got a unit. I got a warrior out of it. Okay. Yeah, there's something with my settings somewhere which is causing it not to log my city popping. Or my whatchamacallit, my tribal village popping. It's not like that. I was playing it on another computer. It's not like that by default. There's something I have done to this computer that has made it not log those things properly. Oh, logging. Oh no, that's logging to a file. Which actually sounds reasonable. We'll do that. Oh right, because it lets you post stuff to a forum easily. I'm very confused. Credits. Alright. Right, so, warrior. Good. Well, maybe we'll send you back to do fog busting. You'll probably get taken... Oh, he's going to go for the scouts, which I think will be okay. Yes, good. Actually, I think that's the one that killed the other scout. So we've got a little bit of vengeance there. That is a huge pack of lions. Alright, buddy, you are going to be fog busting. Let's say right here. We're just completing ritualism now. Ritual will always mean throwing away something, destroying our corn or wine upon the altar of our gods. Interesting. So, this unlocks the obelisk. It's a unique building for the Egyptians. It gives +1 culture, just like a monument, but it also allows you to turn two of your citizens into priest-specialists, which is actually pretty nice. Also gives a +2 happiness with the divine cult civic. I like the sound of that one. And it's half priced with folklore civic, which is currently what we're in. So we can build. Why are there certain words I just can't say right? So we can build obelisks very quickly, which are going to be good for culture. Now we don't need it as badly because we're actually creative. So it's actually kind of funny, that setup. On the other hand, more culture does make it a lot easier to prevent a revolution. So it's actually going to matter in this particular mod. In the base game, it's a little silly. Okay, lions should be attacking the scout. Luckily, they're fairly well defended, and they do have that bonus. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be okay. Don't even take any damage. So, warrior completed. I think I'm going to start the settler. Look at that, 48 turns. Can you believe it? This is a slow setting. Maybe I should have gone epic instead of marathon, but it should be very epic feeling. So, I do have two options with this warrior. I could actually have him escort the settler, or I could just put him in the place where I want to settle, and along with other people along the way, just a fog bust to make sure that there will be no evil units. And with that in mind, I think it's time for us to start dot mapping. So that's a nice tool they've actually got built in to the mod now, is where you can just drop these dots to show where your cities are, and then plan exactly what your positioning is supposed to be, so that you minimize overlap and get all the resources. Pearls here. Right, so I could stick a city here, which would get the wheat, pearls, be on a hill, and have lots of water to exploit, since that's pretty good. Okay, let's say we do that. Then that could mean we could stick a city here to get the pearls. Now we can't build here because it's a mountain, which is too bad because then we got the potatoes. But this might not be a terrible city at some point. And probably somewhere in here. These are not high priority cities because they're not actually very well developed. Like, they don't have a lot of resources, but they might at some point. Apparently I accidentally clicked out of the game here. The real good stuff is right here, which I'm very, very interested in. So how do we grab that optimally? Something like that. And then what about those pigs over there? Something like this? Oh, okay, that's probably a much better use of space. Like that. Like that. Let's move down. So these guys will be a little tricky. Let me think here. Alright, so I've put a few more dots on here, but I have to say that one of the concerns, there's some good spots, but there does seem to be lacking of really good spots right next to Thebes, and distance plays a large part in a variety of things, including city maintenance, but also stability. for revolutions. So I'm a little concerned that we may have a little bit of a rough time expanding. I think, so if I expanded actually right on the grapes here, I would get the horses, which may or may not matter. I would lose some plains, no, I'd claim another desert here, and get another nice farming area here. I don't know, it might be worth doing that. I'd be losing quite a bit by not upgrading, expanding there. I don't know. I do feel, actually, I think I've left a blank spot here, which could be a very good spot to know about. If there are resources, it would greatly influence what I settle first. That being said, this spot here is actually not terrible early on. I do have the pearls, and I would have the wheat, which would be okay. I can mine this tile, so it would be all right. It could be a good trading post as well, just passively making a decent amount of money. I think, okay, I'm gonna have to send this warrior down here to take a look. That's for sure. At least I got lots of turns before I actually get my settler anyway. So, goody hut. Enter. Oh, there's a lion there, and here. I might have such a perfect chance to beat this guy. It's like really strong. Oh, I guess we'll take it. Yay! And this warrior's going to keep looking around down here. Trade. He who wants to barter usually knows what is best for him. Ethiopian proverb. So trade gives us a trade route per city, which is nice. Not that it will really do anything for us yet. Lets us build silk farms. Okay, lets us build trade caravan units, which are very interesting in this game. It allows you to conduct a trade mission very much like a great merchant can, although I believe it just creates a lot less money. But it's still a nice little way to boost your income early on when you just basically you convert hammers into money that way. You can also use it to hurry production somewhere. So what it sounds like to me is you could use these, so a high production city could sink all their hammers into a caravan and send it to a low production city to help them build a building. So effectively, one city is building, the goods, the tools, the whatever, sending it to the other city, and then that makes a lot of sense to me. So that's very cool. Also enables a slave market if you have a slavery. Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. A bazaar, which is just like, hey, have extra money. This is just a place where your citizens create trade. So there's nothing bad with that. And a Silk Road, which is a world wonder. Silk Road historically was a path from the Orient to Europe, basically, where like silk and spices and things were traded. And so if we did this, we get more trade routes, get merchants, also extra happiness from silk. Not a bad little wonder to build. It is a world wonder, but you need 6 bazaars in total before you can build one, so you already have to be very trade oriented. So I like that tech. It also unlocks a Civic Charity. So let's take a look and compare what charity would give us. So right now, this is the welfare, how we deal with the welfare of our citizens. Right now it's pure survival, which does give us a bonus to military unit production, and gives us some instability, 1 per turn, and extra instability from distance, and some happiness from some stuff, health from there. If we switch to charity, then we would get actually a stability bonus and some happiness from different stuff. That sounds certainly good. Neither one has an upkeep. It sounds to me that charity is just better, other than you don't get the boost to military unit production, which I guess actually I could wait, because the instability doesn't really matter right now because I've only got the 1 city. Maybe we'll stick on survival. The military units will include warriors and perhaps scouts. So sure, all right, we'll just leave it there. We'll switch later. Oh no, are we going to get eaten by lions? Yes. Oh, we've lost another scout. And our people have certainly done well, but can't keep losing them. I think I'm going to recall my warriors though, just to do fog busting. We've scouted so much for now. Yeah. I'm just going to start sticking my warriors where I'm thinking of putting the cities, at least the close ones, just to do some additional fog busting. So let's say there. End turn. And you are going to go up here. It's not a bad place. It's not too far. Well, it's not great. Wow, we were going to have a really hard time expanding early on. Okay, well, you just rest up then. And you cross this river, and what do we see? Cows. Cows are good. And so is this river-based location, though. And on a hills plains hill. I don't know how to say it. And pearls too. Okay, we've got the cows hooked up. Excellent. Suppose we'll do the horses since we're close. Pasture them up. Okay, move up. Oh, more goodie huts. Alright, well, and let's do that just for full exposure. Now, the desert sucks. The cows are decent. I could move the city maybe one tile to the left. There would be more, or down here even. Then there would be no overlap. Let's consider that. Right-click that one away. That was a mistake. There we go. So, a little overlap with this city, but you know, one tile or two tiles is not the end of the world. So this would be very close to Thebes, just like this. Only have 2 resources. It is nice that it's next to a river for additional health. The floodplains is actually very good for extra food, I think. It's 2 in 1. It's actually not that great. That's odd. Ha 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 ha. Now, because of the instability, it's actually not as important to expand as quickly, but I do like to expand. I want one city. So maybe we'll just grab one of those. So we'll just stick this guy here for now. You can fog bust that. Oh, there's some great stuff here. Salt, right? Yeah. Nice, very nice. Alright, you go and grab that. And we can kill that bear. Or Bengal tiger. Looked like a bear from here. Oh, there's a lion. And we're slightly hurt. That will be fine. And you gave me, I don't know what. I do have a lot of money, so maybe I'm getting that. I wish that that log would be fixed. Hopefully it's not going to miss anything else. And I don't actually remember where you specifically were going. Send you there, because it doesn't matter. And yeah, fortify there. Would like to fog bust right in this area, actually. I have to do that. Just to make sure my settlers are perfectly clear route. Oh! Actual barbarian units! Ah! Shoot! Oh, and lots of lions. So we'll just fortify in the jungle here. Okay, well that went well. Nice! Mysticism.
Has imprinted on the minds of all the idea of God.
So this actually reveals hemp and tobacco. And also profits, which I believe is a civic choice. Also allows us to build Stonehenge, which would give us free obelisks in every city. So obelisks are a unique building, so there's a lot of incentive to do that. Let's take a look at what profits. Or, I guess we kind of saw. Charity. Oh, profits. So folklore gives us the half-price obelisks. And less war weariness, not that it really matters here. Profits gives us more great person birth rate, more happiness from wonders, and cheaper missionaries. So none of these are relevant, so I'm not going to worry about it now. But I think we might build the Stonehenge, actually, because that's always fun. And we do still need a religion. Now, I don't think anyone has discovered polytheism yet, or Hinduism, rather. Let's take a look. Nope. So that's probably what we're going to try to do. We might get beaten to it, but if luck is on our side, we will survive. You know what, I'm just going to move this guy. There's another Iroquois warrior. Apparently I got up to the hill without taking up all my movement. How did that work? Oh, because it's a desert tile and I move twice as fast in the desert. Is that because I'm Egyptian? I also have the Arctic combat, so that doesn't really make much sense, actually. You are actually going to be the guy who fog busts this area here. It's going to be your job. Alright, done that. We still don't have roads for all those, but it's not actually important yet. Yeah, I really think this is going to be our first city down here. Not a bad spot, it's not a great spot, but what can you do? Bum, 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 bum. Fortify. Nothing much to do. La la la. At least, especially early on, these turns go fast. Even though there's so many turns, you can skip a lot of them, especially if you're not moving people around. We have seen a lot. Like, we're on a big continent, and we may just be us and the Iroquois. Maybe this giant world is actually too big. It's just going to be too many cities. Okay, you can now start building roads. Ah, someone beat us to Hinduism. Oh, that sucks. So, we could... Wow, we need a lot of text from Nazism. Holy cow. What else is out there? That Buddhism is going to take just as long. I guess we are going to have no religion for a little while. Now, it's not worth us continuing the research towards polytheism because it really doesn't unlock anything particularly relevant. So I think it's time for stone tools and mining, and then we're going to see where we go from there. Actually, naturopathy would be pretty good. The weaving would be pretty good. It's also quick. Reveals sheep and silk. It's a lot of stuff that I'm popping on here. What's the order? That's 19 turns, 13. Yeah, let's do something like that. And that. Probably. Just reveal a lot more tiles, which will help us make up our minds with the settling. So we might actually end up sending the settler somewhere that's not the ideal close location. Okay, so the trade caravan, I'm not going to send it through the wilderness when it's going to get attacked. It doesn't have a bonus against wild animals, but I don't like that quite enough. I could build more warriors, I could build more settlers, but that will give us stability problems. So I think we might actually pop out Stonehenge. I don't like that we don't have stone, but I think it's a good idea. The obelisks everywhere will be very good because we will, that'll give us more culture. It will let us run priest if we want to run a specialist economy, which I think might not be a bad idea. And the culture will help with our stability overall. So, let's build a big project. Nothing else to do. What tiles are they working? Over there, trying to be as productive as possible. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay, we are going to send you down this way. Let's see what we get. Actually, I guess, now that I think about it, stone tools will reveal stone. For all I know, we've got it, in which case that'll be really, really nice. Go move you here. And yeah, it recommends this spot here, which would still get the cows, and would actually ignore, would drop 4 desert tiles. You get another tile of overlap with Thebes, but who cares? You're dropping 4 useless tiles for 1 useless tile. Getting the extra coast, getting some extra river squares. Yeah, actually, wow. Computer did a much better choice than I did there. Build us a city, and you will be Memphis. Hello, Memphis. A lot of times I might start with the obelisk, but of course I want a worker first. Not that the workers are going to be able to do much right now because the cows are out of reach. We'll move the warrior to be inside of Memphis. And you know, it doesn't even need that yet. We're going to move you somewhere where you can fog bust. Probably right here. Skip turn. And actually, with the colonization of our second city, I'm going to call this part done. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to post your ideas, your suggestions, especially city sites that might come in handy. It might be hard to describe, but you know, you can say like 2 tiles east of the potato or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, hopefully we'll get another part up soon. See you later, folks. Bye-bye.